How's it going, everyone? It's Adam here from the Cruiser Company, and today we have another new product release, and that is obviously the 105 series integrated tow bar rear bar. This is very similar to our 80 series rear bar if you've seen that video, but there is a couple of differences when it comes to the 105. So first things first, obviously it is an integrated tow bar. This is fully rated to 3.5 ton. It's been physically tested just like any other rated tow bar on the market.
Just like the 80 series, the only way to achieve this style of rear bar is to replace the factory rear crossmember.
Now, don't get too freaked out yet because it's actually more simple than what you think. It's literally just a couple of welds on the chassis rails that you need to grind off, and then this fully replaces it, and to be honest, this is actually going to be stronger. The key feature to this is that we don't touch the chassis rails at all. So it's only the rear crossmember, so it is actually reversible. You can put the factory rear crossmember back in if you really needed to. All right, I just want to jump in real quick into this video because I didn't quite explain the engineering process as well as what I wanted to when I first filmed it. Now, this is obviously only relevant to those that either need to get it engineered or wish to get it engineered. I just want to start off by saying building these crossmember replacement rear bars, it's not just a simple process of just quickly slap something together. We have been working in conjunction with our in-house mechanical engineer and also our local VAS engineers to make sure what we're doing is right. And also the only thing that needs to get engineered on your car is the crossmember replacement. It is not really the product itself. It's not the tow rating or the tow capacity or anything like that. Because all of our crossmember bars, well, all of our tow bars, but all the crossmember bars, so like the 80 series bar, 105 and the 100 series, which is still to come, they've all been physically tested the exact same as any other tow bar on the market, or rated tow bar on the market. So pretty much we've done absolutely everything that we can on our end to make sure engineering for you is as smooth as possible. So how it works is the bar will come with a certificate from our local VAS engineers saying that they've reviewed basically all of our testing and everything like that for the product itself. So basically you give that certificate to your engineer, and all your engineer needs to sign off on is the actual install of the product, making sure that you have installed it or whoever you got to install it has done it properly and as per the instructions. The instructions will be on the website. So basically the engineering process for the crossmember replacement should be as smooth as possible. It can't come with an engineering certificate because engineering is car dependent. It depends on the individual car. So unfortunately we're not able to provide something like a master's certificate that just covers it straight away. The engineer has to check off that it has been installed correctly. Now, all engineering stuff can sound real scary, but remember this is a product that can be reversed. You can take it off because it is bolt-in, and you can put factory rear cross members back on. Putting rear cross members back on isn't an unheard of thing. If you're in a rear end accident or something like that and that needs to be repaired, they'll just replace the rear cross member. So if you just cut yours off the right way and you keep it to the side, then if you ever want to revert back to how it was, you can. So yeah, long story short, pretty much product comes with a certificate from our VAS engineer. You go to your engineer, say, hey mate, here's my certificate. He'll read it and go, happy days, I'm just gonna check the install, make sure that you followed everything that you're meant to do, and then give it the big old tick. And remember, it's just engineering for the crossmember. The tow bar is still fully rated. It has the full capacity of a 105 series, which is 3.5 ton. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the engineering side. It's gonna be as easy and as simple as possible for something like this. I keep pointing at this car. This is not a rear crossmember delete. I just don't have the car with me at the moment. But yeah, let's get back to the video. So just like any other Cruiser Company bar, it's an entire 5mm steel construction, including the wings, and then the chassis mounts are 10mm and it's all braced back to the chassis like it should be. So this bar is incredibly strong, probably one of our strongest bars to date, purely because of the mounting that we're able to do. So basically each side of the mounting, so each chassis rail, has 10 M12 bolts in it. So that's 20 M12 bolts holding this rear bar on, which is probably a little bit overkill. But if it's there, we may as well utilize it. So we've used absolutely everything. Then another reason why I say this is probably our strongest rear bar to date is the wing brace. So all of our wing braces to date have been bolted in because there's stuff that you got to get around. Whereas the 105, I've actually been able to weld in the wing brace, which means this entire bar is actually one piece. So this doesn't bolt in and out because you don't need to, because the exhaust runs on the inside of the chassis. So that is something that's very unique to this bar and is just gonna make it stupidly strong. If you've seen the video of me picking up my car by the wing, that's the bolt-in wing brace that allows it to do that. This being welded in, I mean, there's no way that's gonna move. There's no way I can move that with my hands, but the strength of this bar will be out of this world. Now, the next point about this bar is obviously the dramatic clearance gains that you get from running like a factory tow bar. Pretty sure that the factory tow bar is 90 mil thick, thereabouts. So just instantly by getting rid of that, you're already 90 mil more in clearance. Then your chassis rail is actually here, meaning that your factory rear cross member would normally be about here. So you actually gain more clearance by running this bar than just running no bar, which is pretty crazy. Compared to normal, you can also bring this bar in a little bit closer to the body, so it has just way more departure angle. Obviously, this customer still has the factory exhaust, so he's probably going to want to get that changed. Something that looks a little bit nicer. Probably not really it, but I'm sure he'll get there. If you come around here to the wings, same as the 80 series, this has been spaced back and the wing brace isn't off of here so that you can run 37s. So this is 35s, it does have quite a big lift, so there is a lot of clearance in here, but even without the big lift, you'd be able to comfortably fit these 35s and you'd be able to fit 37s because this sits so far back. And it also doesn't intrude into this space in here. That's definitely what you want. Then another advantage that you gain with going with the integrated tow bar over, say, like the original setup, so the classic style Cruiser Company rear bar with the factory cross member and factory tow bar, this setup is actually lighter than doing that whole combination. So this bar, so the bar base, no carriers, is approximately 65 kilos. We forgot to weigh the factory cross member of this and the factory tow bar, but an 80 series cross member is 10 kilos and the 80 series factory tow bar is 16 kilos. And I can't imagine this is going to be too much different. If anything, it's going to be heavier. So basically we've removed 26 kilos from the car and then we've put 65 approximately kilos on. So what does that work out? Let me do some math. So to the total GVM of the car, we're adding roughly 39 kilos, which is a pretty light bar. Considering all of the other advantages that you get, you're only adding on 39 kilos. That's lighter than what a normal bar would be. So there's just heaps of advantages to running this bar. Now onto the carriers. This is the standard carrier setup that we do. It's a twin jerry can / gas bottle, so you can fit a 4 kilo gas bottle in this side. And then you can fit your big spare on there as well. But these carriers are also modular, so you're not locked into this as the weather gods really make this video easy to make. It's freezing and it's raining. So all our carriers are modular. So you can take this jerry can off, you can take the spare wheel off, you could run 2 spare wheels, you can run 4 jerry cans, I don't care. Then we have heaps of other accessories that you can throw onto this to make your life better. So this bar is available to order right now if you really want it, which you should want it if you have a 105. Any questions that you have, leave them down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. But I think we've covered basically everything about this rear bar in this video. So I think the rain's gonna get heavier. So thank you all for watching and we'll see you in the next one.